Sam, you play Don Verdean,
Yes.
the main character. Tell me about your character, and also, did you have a real-life inspiration for this character?
You know, it was an amalgam of a lot of different prototypes. That's all I'll say.
Did Jared Hess, the director?
Jared
give you
had
anybody?
some source material that we got into.
Okay, and you watched some tapes or something?
Watched some stuff, yeah.
You also watched
That
a bunch
means
of other
porn.
stuff.
I watched Duvall and
Yeah, you
The
watched
Apostle. That was one
Okay.
thing. I stole a few ad libs, some Glory B's from him. Not gonna lie.
There's little Indiana Jones in the movie, right? Your character is kind
Certainly if Andy Dick and Indiana Jones had a baby, that would be maybe a Don Verdean type situation.
I honestly don't know what to say.
Any artifact you would find, you would bring it here and we'd present it to our congregation and we'd put it on display for the whole world to see his truth. It'd be like a little museum of sorts here at the Lazarus Fellowship.
It would be like a Holy Land set in the good old US of A. Right here, where it should be, not over there.
of. Why do you guys like working with Jared?
Makes us feel good about ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah. Right, Sam?
Yes,
That's what you told me.
I concur. I concur with that.
Is he doesn't. A lot of you guys play big outrageous characters pretty often. Jared Hess movies, there's usually not a lot of profanity or anything. What's that like? Is that different? You were talking about ad-libbing. So you have to worry about what you're gonna say.
Yeah, well, like we were saying, sometimes we flub lines, and you might say, fudge, and but not. Yeah, you might say motherfucker, and then when I did on Gentleman Broncos, I remember fucking up a line and going, fuck or something, and then there was a pretty profound audible silence from the crew.
You don't want to expose them to those things. You kind of feel a sense of responsibility that you need to
You feel bad. You feel bad. They're awesome folks, man.
Awesome.
The crew's not hungover when you go to work. That's a plus.
No.
You know?
And you also have to preface everything, because I have a mouth like a trucker, and so I walked into hair and makeup and I was like, listen, I swear like nobody's business, so please don't take offense.
But they loved you for that. They loved your honesty, and they appreciated that.
And then they, oh, that's me.
And they get a kick out of her. They get a kick out of her.
So
But they're open-minded
There were a lot of
Mormons.
Mormons on the crew more broadly. Is that what you're saying?
What's
Oh,
that?
God, now
Were
it's
there a
not
lot of-
religious.
There's a mixture of Mormons
We
and
started in Utah.
and
We
what-
started in
Sure,
Salt Lake
yeah,
City.
right.
I mean,
yeah, there's Mormons and what you call maybe Jack Mormons, which are ex-Mormons.
Yeah, what, really?
Right.
Well, yeah, it's true.
They
Like
might
ex-Mormons
drink
Non-Mormons.
coffee.
People who would.
and non-Mormons. There were some
You
non-Mormons,
guys are all Mormons, right?
but
Now
you
we
know,
are.
it's
Now we are.
a
Yeah.
We've signed up.
they're
We're
very
all-
very nice people. Very
remember whose
family
name
oriented and work hard and stuff. But these guys are open-minded people.
Yeah.
These are not, these are pretty liberal thinking people.
And they're great. And they work really hard. And they'll do anything for Jared. And
That
Jared's-
inspires you to not
Be
rely
swear?
on blue stuff. Yeah, you
Oh.
don't go blue. You gotta
You gotta be-
dig for it a little
Yeah.
better.
A little more
right?
imaginative.
Yeah.
It's easy.
More
It's easy to go to
Yeah.
the blue.
Yeah.
That's right.
Instead of goddamn, you say,
What?
God dang
say
fudge.
golly dang.
You say gold.
Golly dang. You did. There's a
No, it's
pause.
funnier too.
Golly
I
dang.
laughed at Galdong.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. God dong sea monkeys, right? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sea monkeys.
Jemaine, you play this character, Boaz, who's an Israeli character.
Oh my God.
Every time he opened his mouth at the screening I was at, people laughed.
I have a funny looking mouth.
That's what I was saying.
Well, by the way, we all laughed too when he
Oh,
opened his
man,
mouth.
we laughed.
It was pretty rough, to
How
be
about
honest.
that denim yarmulke?
Huh?
How about his denim?
Oh, right.
How about the
right.
prison yarmulke?
Oh, that was.
How about that?
Yeah, I have a collection of yarmulkes.
Did you hold on to them?
Outfits.
Did you hold on to them?
I didn't actually inquire if I.
Yeah.
I don't know where they are.
But I wanted to know how you developed that voice. Did you?
I actually I went to a dialect coach and she played me a voice of a guy she'd recorded. I pretty much just copied his voice.
Right.
We went to the same coach, Liz
Yeah, that's
Hemmelstein,
right.
who
Oh,
did
Liz.
Fargo and
Yeah,
a lot of great stuff.
Sam
Yeah,
recommended
she's worked
it.
with Leslie.
She's
and
amazing
Richard.
how she
Yeah.
finds great people.
Yeah.
You worked with Liz,
I worked
right?
with
Yeah,
Liz,
yeah.
yeah,
Liz is
she's
amazing,
amazing.
dialect coach.
She finds she'll be like, hey, I got this caretaker in,
Yeah.
in the Appalachian Mountains.
Unbelievable.
To tape your lines, Sam. And I was like, what?
Yeah,
She
yeah,
got
yeah,
a
yeah.
caretaker?
She did Naomi Watts for the Bill Murray movie and stuff. Yeah,
God
she's
bless her.
great.
Yeah, she's great.
She's awesome.
Leslie, you have a hilarious song in the movie that's all about how women need to listen to their husbands and
Danny
and
wrote
do.
it.
Well, I was going to ask who did write it? Was it in the script?
Jerusha, Jared's wife, she
Okay.
wrote it with her brother, who's super musically inclined. And I think she gave him he wrote it, but she gave him sort of tag things. And that was really when they asked me to do it, I was like, are we going to sing that song? I want to sing that song.
And did they change it on you a little bit last minute? You had
Yeah, we
It
tried
got a
to do
little
an
longer.
earwig, and then it got longer, and then I got very scared because I
Did the hair
sing.
person help? Because she's
No, and then I just said.
And then you said F it.
She said, golly dang
You
it.
said golly
said-
dang that earwig.
I probably said fuck, and we were in a church, but because I was scared and sang it. But I don't know. I haven't seen it, so it could be awful.
No, it got big laughs.
Okay. Well,
If
you
that's why I
say-
wanted to ask about it.
yeah, it's a fun song.
It reminded me actually of a Flight of the Conchords song. I was curious if you had.
Just better
No, I had
sung.
no.
No, better sung by you guys than me.
Well, it
I'm
didn't come out like that.
That's what I.
Tell me what's
No,
that?
that's what I meant.
It was a nice save either way.
No, it was for sure for
Thank
real
you.
sake. I can't play the guitar as well. I have a terrible.
No, she's very self-deprecating about her singing.
No, I'm not. My mother doesn't let me sing Christmas songs, so I'm not singing. It's bad.
Danny, you play a preacher. You often play kind of big personalities, very blustery people. Was there anybody that you kind of, were you given any models to study for that, or did you just?
I just, when I actually grew up, despite all the filthy things I'm involved with, I grew up in a very religious household when I was young. So I think I just patterned them on different pastors I had seen at various youth camps when I was a child.
Well, I should hope you were a child when you were
Yeah.
at the youth camp.
Well, it started as a child, and then
Okay.
you kind of just keep coming back.
All right.
The kids stay the same age. You're learning about the Bible. It's fine.
Did you guys? The movie has big religious themes. Did any of the rest of you kind of connect with that, or was it personal for any of you guys?
What's that?
The religious themes in the movie. There's a lot of kind of parodying, the way pastors can be sometimes, or.
I was pretty.
Don Verdean. Talking about the Don Verdean family.
I was pretty squirrely in
There's been a lot of
church. I
things.
used to have to go to church. My grandmother was Catholic, and I used to squirrel around on the seats and fart and stuff. And I was pretty. I was very impatient with church, and they kind of said, "All right, that's enough of that for old Sambo."
To deal with this in society is just
and I was
taboo
worried
to
because
talk
we were
about. It's like a
getting
third
short in
rail.
time
And
to prepare and train the
without
movie.
going into kind of what happens in the
And
movie,
it was Cornell's wish that we
it's-
keep looking, and
it's
if we have
dealt
to
with
use
frankly in the